Flame sword thing.
Claudine's mobile.
Dark Magician Girl.
Remember back on the playground?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about how we played Yu-Gi-Oh when we were in school.
But I think everyone involved in Yu-Gi-Oh played back in school in the dirt, in the dirt, recess, PE,
before
whatever.
card sleeves.
Yeah.
You know, the morning before classes started, the afternoon after classes ended.
I think card sleeves existed. We just chose not to believe in them.
Of course, we didn't know like the shit was in the dirt.
I remember in Yu-Gi-Oh, like in elementary, when you were playing a game against them and like recess ended, but your game wasn't finished.
Oh God!
So you left, or you tried to like, remember where everything was, including the grade.
Remember, except there's always one extra set card.
Yeah.
Oops! How'd that get there?
I revealed my dark hole. You set that? Are you? Yeah, I did.
What setting?
Do you guys remember Do you guys remember all the fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
We had a couple.
Yo, someone made. We got really busted up on a trade. They traded us Dark Mission Knight with Knight's title, but it was really a bunch of two random commons that had stickers of like the Dark Magician and then the Knight's title card. They would just stick them on
what
there.
did you do with those stickers? Who turned their cards into?
Lord, was that Pokemon cards?
Those are Pokemon cards.
Oh.
Same time period.
We cut the pic. They were like what legendary birds, like the first print. We cut them out.
That came with Pokemon 2000.
Oh,
we cut them out, and yeah, I hate myself.
I remember when
Lugia.
we had to hide our cards in school because the teachers didn't like allow them.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do with them, so they tried to take them from you.
Yeah, that wasn't
bottom of the school bag.
That wasn't a good day.
My favorite card that I got from a friend was Battle Steer. Then I never saw it again. Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Do you remember in Yu-Gi-Oh when like...
What did Mom do with Battle Steer?
She tore it in half.
Why?
Remember? Battle Steer was one of the cards a friend had given us out of charity. And she saw them and she just kind of tore them in half. You don't remember that?
I kind of don't.
How don't you remember that? Our first cards we ever had.
Yeah, we didn't have any. And Mom, we thought he stole them?
Apparently, I don't know.
I remember in Yu-Gi-Oh when you were playing, and when you ran out of cards in your deck, you just shuffled it back in and just drew, like...
Hell, I remember when you didn't have a good hand, and you just kind of put the cards you didn't want back in and drew some new ones. You got
the free mulligan. I think that, or other things.
What about your side deck? You know...
Oh, I remember when we thought side decks was just...
Another deck
another deck you could just use.
Yeah. Or if like you could trade a card out your hand for a card out the side
deck. Or to draw the side deck once per turn instead of drawing.
Yeah, I also remember when fusion monsters just kind of went in your deck and like you...
Tribute summon Flame Swordsman. I mean, Joey did it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, he just summoned it. He just normal summoned the bitch.
I also remember when, like, what was it? Oh, when you could fuse monsters and you just made up what the fusion was.
We didn't do that. Well, we did fuse without polymerization.
Yeah, I think everybody did that, though.
Well, I mean, back then, it was like hiding in the polymerization. Not many of us actually knew what Amazon and eBay were.
Remember, everybody remembers the real heavy storm. You know, when a gust of wind kept coming around.
Oh my gosh. Lord. Do you guys remember Beckett Yu-Gi-Oh magazine? Like
hell yeah.
We had that. Oh yeah. God, we loved it.
I was addicted to Beckett Yu-Gi-Oh.
We had the one with red eyes on it.
I had that one too.
The one that had Tyrant Dragon in it and its whole set. That was great.
I remember always like looking at the price guides. Like
I just want to see whatever new cards came out.
Yeah, it was always interesting.
That's why Legacy of Darkness was like our favorite set ever. Because we just kind of know that set by heart now.
Do you guys
remember?
Remember when the Egyptian god cards were like hot shit and like
everybody won.
And like there were so many fake ones. There were so many fake ones.
Yo, I traded for a Slifer, and I heard halfway during the day, like it was at school, and I heard that Chaz wants to trade back for it. So you want to trade back for this? Oh hell no! So for the rest of the day, I was ducking him, and I didn't go out to recess. I stayed in. I was like, if I can get home with this Slifer.
With this Slifer.
I do not. Like, I would just never bring it back to school again and never trade back.
That's what happened too.
No, and that's not what happened. Cause he caught me during
Oh yeah, and I convinced you. I remember now.
Cause no, he didn't convince me. Huh? It was that Chaz showed up. I couldn't duck him any longer at the end of the day. Cause we all had to be the same place for pickup.
Oh, you were.
And that's when he
hadn't
found me.
Refused.
What?
You hadn't refused? You just did it?
Well, of course I said no, but then I was like, okay.
I remember
when
Yu-Gi-Oh was at Books A Million. Did you guys ever do that?
Toys R Us.
I remember when Yu-Gi-Oh was at Books A Million and Toys R Us. I remember that.
Toys R Us for sure.
I know some guy at Books A Million had a real Winged Dragon of Ra or whatever, and he was selling it for $7. And like I begged my mom for the money, and it ended up being like slapped upside the head for asking for money for a real card. It was an interesting.
$7, but it's just $7. That's like we could buy a piece of candy with that.
I won't repeat what she told me, but
oh Lord,
it wasn't nice. I do remember though, like when I was young, I just remember watching the television show, and like I was surprised when I first got the cards because the cards were like, in the show they looked big, but in real life they're really.
They kind of downsized them after GX.
Well, remember, think of how big they were. Yuki's hand, like he would hold a card like let's see. Let's pull a card, no sleeve, no nothing. Yuki's fingers were.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, the cards were huge.
They were.
I mean, they would be at least like I don't know, like an extra half an inch all the way around.
I also
like they'd be like plates.
Do you guys remember like before, like when everyone was a scrub and like you were only cool if you had lots of cards in your deck, and like the coolest Yu-Gi-Oh players had decks that were like.
Lord, I remember that.
Yeah.
Someone tried to convince everyone that was legal.
Well, at the time it was. They only recently like changed it.
Oh really?
Like the 60 card cap. I mean, like, I think it was like pretty much the biggest deck I ever saw. This sounds stupid. The biggest deck I ever saw a person have.
Was at a nightclub.
It was like this high.
Backstreet Dueling.
And like they didn't like, and they would always have to like. We played and like he would have somebody like come and like straighten his deck out to keep it straight.
He had to.
Don't take that the wrong way.
The struggle.
Yeah. Did you guys ever do like tabletop? Did you ever do like 8-way duels or like however many people you had way duels?
There were like 3 ways and 4 ways a lot.
We had like 8-way duels at our library. Those were interesting.
We had this was a much older school, but at Doug Island Community we had an 8-way duel. Shout out to Doug Island Community College.
I just think that in 8-way duels, my favorite part was Heavy Storm and Darkhold. It was just like bleeding the table off. Like that's all it was. Like you get
Heavy Storm, pick it all up. Pick it up. You know what? Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah,
give it to me.
That was a good time.
Oh man, you remember taking the rarest card of somebody's deck and they cry?
Oh, we had tournaments about that. Where like to enter, you just like put up your rarest card or whatever.
Someone always bitches and cries. I didn't really want to use it. Why'd you put it up? Why'd you put it up? Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah,
hold them down.
We had interesting tournaments. We had lots of weird tournaments.
Thug rules took over when it came to Yu-Gi-Oh. If you bet your card, everyone on the playground would make sure you gave up that card, or you were gonna be like the bitch for life.
You were Chaz.
You'd be Chaz.
I'm trying to think of other, like, let's see.
Well, remember that time you had that really big fight with a guy over Yu-Gi-Oh?
Wasn't everybody get into some sort of fight over Yu-Gi-Oh though?
Yeah, but
like serious punching and kicking.
Oh, well then.
I mean, this is one time back in middle school.
Lord.
We were playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the grass with our friends.
Yu-Gi-Oh in the grass.
I mean, that's how you played, man. That's how you played.
This kid, I don't know what had. No, I know definitely possessed him.
Oh, it's Bitch Mitch Fagerson.
Yeah, this stupid kid thought he would come over and mess with us and take my brother's Dark Magician.
I don't know what the fuck you took.
I forget which one it was.
It wasn't important.
Yeah.
Viewers, it's important to mention, the cards were not important to me whatsoever. This was out of my hands. He just kind of acted on his own.
Yeah. I helped you. Don't ever forget that.
Oh, okay.
You guys kind of remind me. You guys remind me of like Yugi and what's Joey and Tristan's little like how they met story where like.
I don't think he ever stole my cards and threw them into the water or something.
But let me finish the story.
Oh god.
He takes my brother's card and tries to run off towards all his friends and make fun of us. So I get up, I chase him down, I jump on him, put him in a headlock, and drag him to the ground and choke him until he drops the card.
Alex wasn't that big, so he kind of just jumped on this bigger kid.
Yeah, because he was bigger than me, but I did it anyway.
Put him in that headlock and kind of rolled him until the kid fell. That's when our other friends jumped in and it became a big fight and like,
no one got in trouble.
Well, no one got in trouble because I remember.
Because it was based on Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
No,
it was a real
we were
fight,
in
though.
the very furthest part of the of the yard, so it's really hard to see from that distance. And you know the monitors they never really watched. And
y'all must have been in the nice school. Y'all had monitors.
It was a white school.
Oh, there's only the one.
Yeah,
There's only the one, and she'd stay at the very front, so she wouldn't see anything that happened in the back. And like I remember because it never got it wasn't like a big group fight. It was like a series of one-on-ones.
Oh goodness.
And we only didn't get mobbed because I happened to have a glass root beer bottle from a presentation I did that day. And I didn't even realize what it signified. But when I walked over to help them in their fight, they just kind of backed down. And I was like, wait.
It's probably.
Oh, I remember that day. Well, didn't we have our international presentations?
Yeah,
I had Australia. I brought the cookies, and you had brought.
Actually, it was an Australian root beer.
Oh, were you Australian and I Sydney, or was I Sydney and you Australia?
Sydney is part of Australia.
Sorry. What's that place called? Not Sydney. It's the country off of Australia's coast.
New Zealand?
New Zealand.
You had New Zealand.
That was me then.
You brought that fruit.
No, I had a cookie. I guess have a cookie.
Yeah, it was a cookie.
You can find it in lots of stores, actually.
It was a cookie with fruit on it. That's what I mean.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh well, fuck it. So remember back on the playground.
Yu-Gi-Oh stories.
It was almost like the actual first season where there were actual hazards.
I remember when we would try to actually do Battle City tournaments. Like we would try to be like, okay, we're gonna have a locator
after us.
Yeah, but we actually try to do them on the streets. So you found other people on the street you lived on, bought them, took their rarest card, and
give me that shit.
When you that's basically what we did. It was, and we tried to call it Battle City. We also called it
Everybody gets a piece of Exodia. You duel until one person has them all.
Was anybody else also all about that whole it was cool to just lay out all your cards for no reason, just lay them out. People did that where I was. We just
that's when cards disappear.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it too much. That's kind of dangerous for yourself.
Yeah, don't do that now.
Anyone ever dug up a Yu-Gi-Oh card just like you were just digging because that's what kids do, and then
well, if it's in the playground, I wouldn't be surprised to see it.
I think it happened once, maybe.
I know I flushed a friend's Goyo Guardian or something down the toilet.
What the fuck?
I'm not kidding. I was dared to do it by someone else, and I flushed it down. And this is when Goyo was like $40.
What?
Did you get punched?
No, they never found out. It got flushed, and I think that everyone just agreed that it just disappeared.
Oh god! I can't believe it never came out.
You're a terrible friend.
Horrible.
Well,
you destroyed something of value.
I'm not letting you anywhere near my cards ever again.
I don't know how old.
You not touch my Draco sack.
I said this is Goyo Guardian, so I was probably old enough to know better.
I dare you to flush his Draco sack.
I'll kill one of you.
God.
One of you will die if he tries that. I won't say who.
So,
remember dodging basketballs?
Wait, what?
When they would bounce off the court towards you with your game, or any ball.
I remember dodging things.
They would ruin the game.
The wind, people running.
Some people would run through games sometimes. He's like, you just get out of the way, you stupid kids.
I knew a guy. He had a lot of cards. This is a guy. He carried all his stuff in a big.
The head honcho.
So anyways, he'd gotten sick of cards getting stolen. So he was to increase the card's value, or not to increase it, to mark the card as his own. He took the card and put a dot on it with a pin, just a little dot, and he was like, "If this is traded, then you know that this is mine." Little did he know his cards were now worth a hay penny. But he thought it was a good idea, so. Christmas weekend.
Do you remember when you had that one kid who was older than you and all your friends, and he seemed to know everything that y'all didn't know about the game?
Yeah.
Any rule he came up with was right. You just couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I know, and he would just sell his cards at these prices that you couldn't understand.
The idea of selling cards at that point was, I think, just so weird
It was
now.
archaic.
Like when you think about it, because I mean, like I remember, like everybody was all about, like, you know, they had like $1 for any given card.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
because it was like snack money. You know, the vending machine was right over there.
It's
So,
like
you know,
one card, one snack. One card, one snack.
I need me some Twinkies. I need a Twinkie. Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
Then you remember the cards. Then you realize when cards had actual value and things started.
Middle school, Alec, we made a killing.
Well, y'all sold cards.
Oh yeah, we did.
When?
Goodness.
We got the gold and silver
Oh Lord.
legendary
We
collection.
sold so much.
Yeah, we
shit.
should have done that. But still.
But we were so we undersold a bunch of those
That was
cards.
before we knew what Amazon and eBay was.
Yeah. It's probably before those
But
were even
what we
like
did-
things anyone could go on.
What we did
No,
was,
no.
after we opened it all up, and it was after Christmas break, and we just showed everybody what we had, and then one of our friends gave us this idea. What if we just use that casing in there, put in a bunch of cards randomly, and then sell them to friends?
Oh shit, we did do that.
And we made sure that there's always a rare somewhere.
Selling lots before they were cool.
I forgot we did that shit.
I remember printing out. Does anyone remember printing out cards and taping them on?
We didn't have a
like-
printer.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't have a printer, but one of my friends did, and we printed things out and taped them on and said, "Yeah, this is totally real,"
Black and white, no color.
with like sharp edges. Oh, those were the days.
Good
They
one.
were.
The G days.
Man,
Yeah,
those days in the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
playground were
stories.
really interesting, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Back when before it was. Well, was that before it was cool, or was it just?
It was definitely before it was cool.
A skill everyone needed to have was to be able to pick up your cards at a moment's glance.
Really fast. You got to do what you
As
had
fast.
to.
Because if you didn't, you're gonna get caught. And no one was gonna come and save you because they could afford their shit getting taken. If you got caught, it was on you.
And
That was
worse,
true.
You were only bad for doing it, but hey, you did it anyway.
And then there's always that one rat. But he was too like me. I don't know what the fuck he talking about. What's a
Yu-Gi-Oh! on the
Yu-Gi-Oh?
playground.
Let me see your bag. Fine, bitch. I hid my stuff in the back of the
Now, see,
playground.
We
in
were
middle
all
school,
about-
I
yeah.
kept my shit in my socks.
Oh god, Alec, wasn't there a time when?
We were all about like the jacket sleeves.
But wait, Alec, remember when we had all gotten in trouble over dueling? Someone got really mad and went to a teacher.
Yeah.
And so we all had to hide our cards off our persons. We hid them back at the little corner we played in.
Yeah, we couldn't bring our cards in the building because we were all gonna get searched. So we found a spot outside, and we used to pray to God they beat us next when we got back out there.
They were.
And we had to hide our cards there.
We hit a duel like that. Nobody wanted to move their stuff, so it's like, let's just hide it.
You hit a duel.
Let's just hide it. Keep
Hide
the
the
cards in
duel.
order.
Let's hide the
You would
duel.
stack them you would stack like
Oh,
spells,
my goodness.
monsters in your
And
hand.
just leave them in the grass. Let's go.
Go.
Yu-Gi-Oh! On the playground.
You get in the playground. I remember in middle school when they would do force checks when we went to a ghetto school, and I remember having to put. I had a I don't know what the hell I was running. I think I had the vampire structure. And
By then you didn't actually.
no, back at Truman.
No, at Haynes it came out. It came out in Haynes.
No, it's in Truman because I remember playing it on the bleachers.
Oh wait, you're right.
I
It
had
came out
to
right
I had to slide it in my sock during a check.
I had the same thing once because you gave me the.
It was actually pretty painful because that wasn't very thin at all. I just had to try to fit that in there with my foot.
Thank God the searches weren't very.
Those cards weren't for shit. They just weren't.
Honestly, it was easy just to hide them in the bottom of your bag. They didn't search that hard.
Oh, they searched really hard for me.
Why?
They turned my shit upside down, did out because someone supposedly had a knife.
You were an honor student.
And
I was an honor student.
and
They didn't search us nearly as bad.
they
as
searched me pretty damn bad.
They metal detected and checked bags. That was it.
They emptied out my shit. I keep telling you that.
Okay.
With me.
Oh God, this is unrelated as hell. But the time I went to PE for a day in middle school and found the porno in my locker. Don't know why. It was there.
I'm confused.
And that's
You
where
were
this
there
video
for
ends.
So viewers, tell us some of your stories about the playground. You gotta be more interested than us. We suck.
Yeah.
Especially this guy.
If you enjoyed this video, share your playground experiences. What happened with Yu-Gi-Oh! When you were in middle school?
Yeah, share your friends. No, you know what? Go get your
School.
friends so they can share their experience.
Or share it any social media site you can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And subscribe for more good Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos.
Yeah, so like this video,
All
thumbs
the
it
other
up.
nice things. Leave comments, favorite, whatever. All the nice things that you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to Ninja Neos. He knows who he is.
Yeah. We're just gonna like shout people out.
I'm gonna shout people out. That's what I'm gonna do.
I can dig it. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Cool.
All right, Team APS out.
Yeah.
That went on for a while.
It did.
It went well.
Oh well, it was cool.
It was alright.
I like
liked it.
I can see.
Used. Oh my god, those are vocalicious. Sexy.